So what we're going to do now is we're going to delete these equations that we have here. And we're going to start with our yin yang and draw it using a circle equation. Yesterday, you were to have downloaded a yin yang image. And so what we want to do is we want to bring that image and we want to bring it to our coordinate plane. Before I do that, I'm going to click on my house over here on the right. See, I'll get my mouse here. My house over here on the right. And it's going to bring my coordinate plane back to the original settings if I've messed around with it. And where I go to get my image is I go to this plus sign down here. So when I click on the plus sign, I'm going to go all the way down to image because that's what I want to get. And my image is in my downloads folder. Wherever you saved yours, you're going to have to go and look for that. And I called mine Yin Yang when I saved it so that it wouldn't just be image, so that I would know what it is. So I'm going to choose it, and I'm going to, Desmos will automatically place it into my coordinate plane. Don't move it around. It is centered right in the middle of your coordinate plane, and that is very helpful to have it centered there. But I do want you to come over here and click and hold down on the image of the yin yang, and you'll get something that comes up called opacity. And opacity has to do with something that is opaque or something that is transparent. Things that are opaque, you can't see through. Things that are transparent, like a window, you can see through. So opacity means we're going to change the level of see-throughness. In other words, we're going to make it lighter so that when we start putting our circles on there, they're going to show up a little better. If you think you can still see your yin yang with that first level, go ahead and use that. And notice this is checked. It says place behind the graphs. So when we start putting our circles onto this, this image is going to be behind what we are putting on. It's kind of layering. So you want to leave that check mark there. I don't mess with make draggable. I just leave that alone. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put in the equation for a circle. You're going to need exponents here, so you can use this function down here in the keyboard if you want. And the way you do that is it's going to be R, and then it's going to be squared. So you can click that A to the second. The other way you can get this is not using the keyboard. You can use the letter R, hold down your shift key and press the number 6. That raises the 2 above and makes it in exponent form. And then you can just press the equals. It automatically comes back down. You do need parentheses. These equations are very specific as to how they're going to be written. And it needs to be squared again. And we're going to add parentheses y minus b, close parentheses, squared. So there's a lot of squareds in here. This R stands for radius. This X are going to be values that are along the x-axis that runs horizontally. And the Y is variables, or excuse me, points along the y-axis. After you have that written in, you might want to copy and paste it a couple of times so that you don't have to be rewriting it several times.